So welcome back to my channel. As always, I hope you're doing absolutely amazing. Today on the show, y'all, we're going to discuss cash.
I thought it was.
Why you should carry it, what you can do if you don't have it, and does money grow on trees? So stay tuned. So let's start off with that last question first. No, money does not grow on trees. But then again, if it did not, then why do banks have branches? Well, this leads me to carrying cash on the road. You should always have some cash with you at all times when you're driving a truck of any kind. Well, now there's a good reason why too. Because you never know when you're gonna need it. For one, a lot of laundromats do not take credit cards. So that's a good reason to have a little bit of change with you right there. If you're getting dirty and stinky and you're not getting home, you really need to have cash for your laundry. Another reason to carry cash is, let's say your ATM goes down or some fraudster tries to rip off your bank account. Then cash will be a must-have while you resolve your issues with your bank. Another reason to carry cash on the road is, and I'm talking a small amount here, less than $100, is to help you cover your lumper fees. If you're in detention a lot and you're dealing with the grocery warehouses, most of them will charge between $50 and $100 cash, and many of them charge a lot more than that. Yeah, in that latter situation, your company may have you issue them a com check or a company check of some kind. But if it's less than $100, usually the lumper takes cash payment. There's a few that take credit cards nowadays, but most of them do not. So it's better to just have the green stuff. What about the situation where you need to get food on the road and your credit card's not working? That's another reason to carry cash. Or perhaps your bank blocks your card due to suspected fraud because you're traveling across state lines and they want you in a home area. Well, that's another reason. So I could just go on and on. But the key is, you will need to carry cash at some point on the road. Best way to do it securely is to get a good wallet and just keep it on you at all times and keep watch over it. That's easy enough, but many people still don't heed that advice. So, let's say you're out of cash. Now what? Well, then you're going to be limited by places that take your debit card or credit card, and you're going to be limited by your points programs as well, as those are only for specific chains of truck stops and travel centers. So it's always advisable to have cash on you, of course, but if you don't have cash for whatever reason, next option is points. Try to save the credit cards for last resort, because credit cards have penalties and interest and late fees, and you can really get over your head really quick if you're using credit cards all the time. What about cash advances at your company? No, don't do them, because it hurts your paycheck in the end, and they can charge you interest as well. So it's always just better to pay cash. And if you're having to go a couple weeks without a paycheck, that's gonna run you into a problem. There's some companies, well, they've been going under recently. So, first thing you do when you get your job. Now, I know this is going to be hard. So, if you need some help, you can go on to daveramsey.com and take some advice from him. But, you really need to have an emergency fund. It goes without saying, in this business, jobs change frequently. Some people will lose their jobs because, right now we're going through an industry bloodbath where a bunch of carriers have shut down or changed operations. And many of those drivers are now out looking for work and going without a paycheck for a week or two. Or longer, depending on what's going on with them. And depending on how fast they get rehired by either, in the case of Stevens Tanker Division, their parent company, Stevens Transport, or in the case of some of those others, just finding new employment. Oh yeah, and one more thing. The parent company of Stout Trucking, Traditions Transportation, and their subsidiaries and affiliates is having a job fair. So if you live in or near Texas, this job fair is going to be coming up in a couple weeks. You can find out more details on the Drive Ground Facebook page or visit driveground.com and find all the details there on how you can apply. So until next time, let's make your next trip your best trip. And let's keep some cash on us. And from the sleeper berth, bye for now.